Hi everybody, Russ Lewis here in the KHOU newsroom on a rainy Thursday afternoon just after 2:30. We'll talk about the weather here in a couple of minutes with Blake Mathews, see when the sunshine returns for us. But we want to thank everybody watching on our digital platforms right now. We're going to get to a couple of the stories we see you clicking on today. The first one is just a simple case of wrong place at wrong time. Wow. Take a look at this video here. This is a dump truck that got stuck on the railroad tracks in Spring. This is the intersection of Kirkendall and Huffsmith. And here it is. A couple's dash cam recorded this thing. So you see the dump truck get stuck there right side of your screen. And he's trying to get off the tracks and he can't. Look to your left here. And here comes the freight train. And I mean, the train keeps a rolling, man. That's a good Aerosmith song, by the way. Train keeps a rolling. Here it comes. We can joke about this a little bit, I guess, because nobody got hurt, but this guy was stuck. He's able to get out of the truck. You see him there pick up his cell phone that he dropped right at the last second. He was unbelievably calm for a guy about to get hit by a freight train, I got to say. Anyway, a lot of damage there. And you know what I was trying to figure out? You just look at it right there, Dion. You see him go around that white car. Was he just going too fast? You think so? And so he skids off the road to avoid a collision and ends up on the tracks. I thought maybe for a second he was just impatient and trying to get around everything, but there was really nowhere to go. And then he found himself in a spot he couldn't get out of. So anyway, nobody hurt there. We're tracking down today for the TV side the driver who shot this from the dash cam. And I love what the car in front did there. Realized what was going to happen, backed up, got out of the way, just in case something flew off there. So we're trying to do that for the TV side here on the 411 at 4 o'clock today. Also, trending today online, you may or may not have seen this. You know who comedian Daniel Tosh is? Daniel Tosh. He had a TV show, Comedy Central? Comedy Central, okay. Tosh.0, and then was it 2.0 as well? Did he have a second version? Okay. Anyway, why are we talking about Daniel Tosh? Well, he's trending, in my opinion, for all the wrong reasons today. He is suggesting some new punishments for the Houston Astros for the sign stealing scandal that we've talked about a lot here recently. So we know he's just kidding, but anyway, he's suggesting the Astros all this season have to win by 2 wherever they play. He thinks the players should wear shock collars, and then the other team gets 10 zaps of the shock collar per inning. What do you think about that? Anyway, not making any friends in Houston. Does he tour here? Anybody know? Does he ever come to town? Will he ever come to town again is the big question. I looked him up. I didn't know a lot about Daniel Tosh, but he grew up in Florida, okay? But listen to this. He graduated from Astronaut High School. That was the name of his high school. You think he'd have a little love for the home of NASA in Houston, Texas, but apparently not. So Daniel Tosh on the persona non grata list for Houston and the Astros. All Astro fans everywhere. Give him a little tweet today. Just say hello. What do you say? Let's go to Blake Mathews now. Let's talk about that rain. Blake, a couple of minutes ago, right before we came on here, the rain was blowing up against the window here. It sounded like there were a bunch of birds or squirrels out there. It was raining pretty hard, at least on this side of the newsroom.
It was, yeah, it was. It didn't last long, maybe 5-10 minutes at most. And now I'm actually looking outside right now. It is gray, it is wet, but the skies have dried up, at least here in the Galleria area. We do have light rain falling pretty much in a lot of locations across southeast Texas. In fact, if we take a live look out over the Med Center, you can see the skies remain very gray and very low across southeast Texas. So here's what we're looking at. In fact, I think we might be on the wrong source here. So this is are you on Weather 2 by chance, David? It's showing us, see it's showing Weather 2 on Max. All right, well, see if we can get Weather 1 routed into the BAM here. But the bottom line is the rain is going to be moving out later on this afternoon. And as it moves out, those skies are also going to clear out late into the overnight hours tonight. And then that's going to allow for a very cold morning tomorrow morning, and even colder as we get into Saturday morning, as temperatures will be back down into the upper 30s, not only tonight, but heading into tomorrow night as well. It looks like we've got a little source issue, guys. So you know what, all in all, shaping up to be a wet afternoon today, drying out overnight tonight, and then the sun returns full force as we get into your Friday and then into your Saturday. Slight rain chances return heading into Sunday night into Monday before our next strong cold front begins to push on through. and that could actually bring a freeze to many locations across southeast Texas as we get into late next week. So again, while we try to figure out our issues here, we're going to go ahead and get you guys back to your work day. Hope everybody has a great Thursday afternoon, or as I like to say, a Friday Eve, and we'll see you coming up today on the 411.